video. So I know this is kind of late, like a week later than I thought I would be uploading this, but I've been busy. Sorry, I have college work to do and stuffs. So as of now, I have seen Kingsman Golden Circle 2 times, and I went once on my own and once with my dad. And so this is going to be a complete spoiler review. So many spoilers, and basically I'm just going to be talking about it, the bits that I liked, the bits that I didn't like. If I can find my notes, that is when I'll be doing that. I mean, they're in this notebook somewhere. Got it lads, we did it. Okay, so first off, the good bits. Basically, yes, good things. Not many. It's a trash film. Okay, so the fight scenes, basically. Let's start with fight scenes because it's an action film. They did the cool thing, which I really liked about the first one, where in all of the fight scenes it was done in really long shots, so you could actually see the action, and like the action was really good. It was done with like actual good stunts instead of just like shaky cam to give like the, oh look, there's action going on. There was actually like, you know, good action going on, beautiful long shots following all of the stuff going on. I really liked the fight scene in like the old diner between Harry and Eggsy and Lasso Bloke, and it was pretty much all one shot, and it was very gorgeous. And they kept the good like transitions from the first one as well, where like there'd be like summer and then it would zoom in and then it transitioned into like a similar thing. There was one where there was a bag of weed and then it transitioned into like a jungle, and I was like, that's really nicely done. 10 out of 10. And also another thing, I'm sorry, I'm reading my notes and I'm super spaced out. And I haven't got my glasses on. It's so old. Also, which really made me fanboy, is the first shot is zooming out of something. It's zooming out from the Kingsman sign on the front of the Kingsman shop, the tailor shop. And the first ever shot of the first film was zooming out of something as well, and I'm like, the zoom outs are perfect. To do with sound, the soundtrack. Take Me Home, Country Roads, I'll cry every time I hear that song now, thanks to Kingsman Golden Circle. So, thank you for that, ruining that song for me. Like I don't like casually listen to that song, but I'm sure I'll run into it at some point in my life, and now I'm just gonna cry every time I hear it. Merlin singing it, like during his death scene, his spoilers, Merlin dies. Yeah, during the scene where Merlin dies, like he is singing it, and like his voice, and then like the backing music comes in as well. And that is the most beautiful thing in any film that I've ever heard, basically. Also, they did the, pop music over, like, hardcore action thing that they did in the first one as well. That trope isn't overused because it's still hilarious every time I see it. Another really good thing, that basically all of the good things were just, my camera's falling, boy, if you could not do that. This is what happens when you literally just pop your camera up against a lamp. But yeah, basically all of the good things in the sequel, on this list anyway, were just things which were also in Secret Service. But also I really liked the fact that the villain had like good motives, like with Poppy's motives, like you want to like end the war on drugs, and you want drugs to be legalised and like all like nice and stuff. Like I want this to happen, but I don't think Poppy's really going about it in a good way. You get me? Like the same with Valentine. Like, he has a good point, but don't do it with less murder. You know. Next thing, funny moments. Opening car chase was one of the funniest scenes, especially the bit where Eggsy just rips out of the back of the seat. He just like is in the boot and then he like cuts through the back of the seat and just like comes out, and that's hilarious. Like the entire fight scene, the opening car chase is just like slapstick and it's amazing. Sorry for the random awkward silence and my disgusting nose sounds. The cable car scene where like it almost crashed into the like old people's cafe thing, that was like hilarious because the tension. It was like how close it was getting. I was just like tension building up, and it just made me laugh. I don't know why I laugh at like the idea of old people getting squashed, but that was funny. The scene where Eggsy is at dinner, these are not in order, chronological order, because I can't remember what order they happen in. The scene where Eggsy was like at dinner with his princess girlfriend and her parents, and like got his glasses on, and his friend at his house finds his other spy glasses, and like his friend's like holding like his lighter, which like blows up and stuff, and is like yelling at him like put it down, but like the king there, like the king of like Sweden or wherever, is just like why are you yelling, like because he doesn't know he's doing spy thing. That I explained that scene really badly, but you've seen the film, you know what I'm on about. That's a funny scene. Right, this is funny. Okay, Elton John is hilarious in this film. Like his cameo like is the best part of the film. Every time he swears, it's like, it just makes me laugh. This scene, like, there's one shot, I think it's in slow-mo, or I might just have saw it in slow-mo because it was that epic, of Elton John, like, in a rainbow feather suit, wearing, like, big heels, kicking a man in the face. That's just a mood all of the time. Also, Elton John flirting with Harry Hart. God, kill me. They're dating now. I just accept that they're dating now. Like, yeah, I've just kind of taken that scene and being like, this is telling us that Harry Hart is gay, and he is, basically. Deal with it. I headcanon him as queer so much. Like, he's just let my boy. Also, drunk Melon. Melon is funny all of the time, but when he's crying and singing, when he's drunk, God, I love Melon so much. And basically, as well, last funny thing, basically any reference to the first film was hilarious. Like, again, most of the funniest jokes were just references to the first film. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about the feels, bits that made me fanboy, all my little fanboy emotions, all of my favourite character bits, them things. Flashback. Near the beginning of the film, there was a flashback to Harry teaching Eggsy how to use cutlery and be dyeing professionally. And that proper played with my heart when feels. But I don't know when this was in the timeline of the first film, because like we didn't see this happen, and I don't know like when during the first film we're supposed to put this. So I headcanon it just happened like at midnight one night, like it was just like a midnight snack and they were bored. They just had some soup in the middle of the night, and that's how it worked. Also, what also gave me feels is Amnesia Harry, my son. Like, in oversized little like grey baggy hoodie, and he was so soft, And the bit where Eggsy gave him a puppy and he just lifted up his puppy and he was holding it and he was smiling at it, and just Harry thinking of talking about butterflies and Harry with his butterflies. Just let that man have his butterflies. Literally everything to do with Harry in this film is just, I love him so much, my baby. He likes butterflies and puppies and cute boys. Just let him have a puppy and date cute boys and go study butterflies somewhere. And that's just, oh my God, so pure. Then when Harry's like recovering from the amnesia, but like it's still bad, there's like the scene in the bar where you think Harry's gonna do like his badass bar fight scene thing again, but he doesn't, and he actually is like still seeing butterflies and stuff. So then he sits down, and then like Eggsy comforts him by putting like his hand on his shoulder, and it's so wholesome. Like Eggsy has his hand on Harry's shoulder, like for most of this film, if you actually look, just like, why can they stop touching each other? It's killing me. Like, just Harry and Eggsy fighting together in the big main fight, which would like is the biggest fight in the entire film, I'm pretty sure. The one in the little vintage town in the middle of the rainforest, where just after Merlin's died and Harry and Eggsy storm in and like kill everyone. Their fighting is so in sync and beautiful. Like, this is something that the first film didn't give us, but Harry and Eggsy's fighting together, it's gorgeous. And like, they like this work beautifully together. And also another heart-win feel moment is they do the mirror scene again. You know, in the first scene, where in the first film where they look into the mirror together and it's cute. They do this again in the second one, and it's so cute. It killed me. Also, things that I'm very sad and angry about is all the death. Tea.V died, Roxy died, Merlin died. Jesus Christ, why? That makes me sad. If I can find my next page of notes, that would be nice. Right, bad things. The killing, again. What? Just stop killing off all the good characters. All of the good characters died. Like, particularly, like, Roxy and Merlin. They were, like, my two favourite characters. Why are they dead? They don't have to be. Please don't make them be dead. This is just a list of things that I hated about this film. All of it sucked. Not really. It's good. I say that ironically, but then I actually kind of mean it as well. Eggsy's characterization. It was a bit off. Like, in the first, like, film, I really loved Eggsy's character. In the second one, he annoyed me. He cheated on his girlfriend, which I thought was like so out of character for him. Like, people are like, oh, it's okay, he phoned her first. No, it's still so out of character for him. I just don't think he would do that. Also, he was really impatient with Harry. Like, when Harry was like saying, oh, these guys are like bad guys, and then he shot the that's you guy, and Eggsy was just yelling at him, and like, oh, just please be nice to him. Just like, don't. Also, Tildy's role, Eggsy's princess, the one that he marries at the end for some reason, her role as like a damsel in distress, like, again, I didn't really like that much. I kind of find it unfeminist. Yeah, the relationship wasn't very fleshed out, so like, I didn't really have many emotions towards like their relationship, so like, I didn't really care about her as a character or her relationship with Eggsy. The wedding scene seemed really forced, like, and just stuck on the end of it. It literally felt like the end of like Shrek or something, or like some other like Disney princess film where there's like plot, and then at the end there's just a wedding scene that everyone go, ah, You know what I mean? Like, like why do that? Why force this heterosexuality? You could make it gay. Just saying. I'm gonna I think on my main channel at some point, when I'm not so busy with college work, I'm gonna make a full video inspired by this. But I'll reference loads of other things about like the necessary heterosexual relationships in like media and stuff, and why they just throw in like a straight relationship when like half of the straight relationship actually have better chemistry with characters of the same sex as them, but they don't want to make that relationship romantic, so they just force heterosexual relationships. I mean, I could talk about that for hours. Also, another thing that really annoyed me is where did Eggs's sister and his mom go? In the end of the last one, it was like, you could come live with me, and then in this one, they're just not living with him, and like his mom shows up at the wedding for like a split second, and that's it. Like, they completely forgot he had a sister. Like, where did they go? What? They left. Off they went. Yeah, so that was annoying. So basically, it wasn't as good as the first one. Like, the first one, every single little second of it, there was like a little joke, and there was something going on in the background, and it was nice, and it was really like small, and like you could feel the love in this film. And then this one, it was like, we're trying to recreate this but on a bigger budget, but there wasn't as much love in it, if you get me. Anyway, so that is my review. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry I look really rough. I'm currently taking a break from college work. I have so much college work to do. So I will see you all in the next video. If you liked this review, give it a thumbs up. Talk to me about Kingsman down below, and check out all my links and stuff. Bye!